9 subtle things men do that women just love. If you are looking for a female perspective on how you can make a stellar first impression, then you're in the right place. Let me ask you this. Has there ever been a woman who just captivates you? You don't really know what it is about her, but somehow she's just irresistible to you. This proves the power of the subtle charm. It's not just 1 or 2 things about her that make her so captivating to you. It's all the little things that come together, the way she moves, the way she makes you feel, how she interacts with you. All of this comes together to make her so captivating, you can't resist wanting to be near her. Now, here's the cool part. Did you know you can learn the power of subtle charm as well? And a great place to start is with first impressions. Did you know a bad first impression is actually really hard to change? Research shows that it can take 8 or more positive interactions with someone to override a negative first impression. This is why it is so important to get it right from the start. But before you freak out, you're about to discover 9 subtle things men do that women just love that's gonna help you rock that first impression. As we dive in, just in case this is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men and your go-to source to learn how to find the adorable love of your life, captivate her heart, and make her fall in love with you permanently. The best part is no mind games, no tricks. So if you're looking for a wholesome approach to dating and love, then you are in the right place, so make sure you subscribe. Now, the last video I filmed was on how to meet women at the grocery store and specific pickup lines to say to help you make a good first impression. And I thought this video was perfect to go alongside that one. So if you haven't yet seen that one, I will put a link in the description below. Let's get started with the first subtle thing men do that women just love. The first thing is to have a calm and confident presence instead of a flighty or rushed presence. Let's be real. When you're in that situation where someone's attractive and you really want to connect with her, it's normal to feel nervous and flighty and jittery. And you can often see that and feel that in yourself. And all that does is make you feel more nervous. And then it makes her feel more nervous. And it's just like an awkward, painful cycle. So when you feel that, it's totally okay to feel it, by the way. Pretty much everyone does. But when you feel that, remind yourself to take a deep breath and to slow down. A calm presence is a confident presence. A great way to look at this is in like action movies when the awesome hero is walking through a crowd of people and everybody's, doing their own thing, and he tends to walk a little bit slower than everybody else. He's got purpose and he's got presence and confidence. So it's okay to remind yourself, okay, slow down, be present. The second thing men do that women just love is when you look well put together. Someone who puts thought and intent into the way they look automatically stands out. We see them as polished and confident, masculine, and even more trustworthy. And this doesn't have to be expensive or overwhelming. For instance, in my academy, I teach my clients a specific strategy to help you maximize your wardrobe and your appearance for minimal investment and effort. It can and should be simple, but never overlooked. You want to make sure you're putting thought and intent into the way you look. It's going to help you totally rock that first impression. There's something different about this guy, and you're going to catch her eye and intrigue her. All right, next up is one of my favorites. This is when you smile at her. Never underestimate the power of a smile. If you remember nothing else from this video, I want you to remember this one thing. You ready? When it comes to first impressions, people are so much more likely to remember the way you made them feel than the way you look. This is one reason why smiling is so important. Smiling helps us feel more connected to the other person. It's going to make you appear more friendly and approachable, more warm. When somebody smiles at us, smiles are contagious, and it creates those feel-good chemicals. It helps her feel better when she's around you. Smiles can also make you appear more approachable and trustworthy. So let's do a little bit of a role play. Let's say there's a girl across the room and your eyes meet. She goes like this. Are you likely to approach that girl? Or let's say there's a girl across the room, your eyes meet, and she gives you a beautiful smile. Which one are you more likely to approach? Which one is more likely to be rejected? The one who's frowning, right? So don't frown, smile. Okay, the next subtle thing men do that women just adore is another one of my favorites, and this is when you have confident body language. Nonverbal cues are critical. Research shows us with a first impression, about 93% of the first impression comes from nonverbal cues. So things like your tone of voice, your body language, your facial expressions, while only about 7% comes from words. This means how you carry yourself is often far more important than what you say. I actually have come up with a 5-minute confidence boosting exercise that is life-changing. This is perfect for when you want to make a good first impression, because you can just do this quick exercise, be in that confident body language, also that confident mindset. It works for approaching, it works for right before you go on a date, it works for you when you're on a date, it even works for before you go into a business meeting. This is one of the best tools you can have. I teach you this 5-minute confidence boosting exercise in my free masterclass. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch it right now. Every minute you don't know this is a lost opportunity. I walk you through it there and make it super easy for you. So if you haven't yet seen my masterclass, go to coachmelannie.com/masterclass. I'll put a link in the description below and a link in the pinned comments. When you have that confident body language, you look more confident and you feel more confident. She's going to perceive you as more charming and attractive. So something as simple as your body language is very important for first impressions, and it's going to help you feel much better. The next way to make a stellar first impression is to be someone who's interesting to talk to. Make sure you know how to carry on a good conversation. It's hard to feel attracted to someone that you feel really awkward talking with. Pretty much if things feel awkward, it's just pretty much hard to feel attracted. The same is true with someone who's boring. It's very difficult to feel prolonged attraction for somebody who's boring. However, someone who's fun to talk to, we could spend time with all day long. We just don't quite want it to end, right? I'm sure you've experienced this with people in your life as well. Remember, we just talked about the way you make people feel is so much more important than the way you look. The way you make her feel is what she's going to remember the most. So when you're someone who knows how to have a good conversation, you know how to make it engaging and intriguing, and how to have the conversation feel relaxed yet interesting, you are delightful to talk to. And this is simply a skill that everyone can learn. None of us are born knowing how to talk. That's something we all have to learn. So understanding how to use your words to have an interesting conversation is simply a skill you can learn. And once you learn it, the whole world opens up to you like never before. Sometimes it's not actually that someone is unattractive, it's just that they're boring, or they don't quite know how to connect with words. This is something I see as a coach all the time. People assuming, oh, I'm just ugly. No, maybe you're a little bit boring, but that's a skill you can work on. Okay, this is another one of my favorite things guys do. This is great for first impressions. This is when you smell really nice. You want to make a good first impression really fast? Then, smell really nice. As simple as it sounds, a little cologne can directly influence how someone perceives you. It's actually a little funny to me. I've always been a smell person. My family teases me. Apparently my nose can pick up on things nobody else can, so I'm highly sensitive to smells. And I was in the grocery store once. This was years and years ago. I was with my mom and my sister, and I also went, oh, I smell some cologne. And I turned to one of them, and my mom or my sister, and I was like, I have no idea who this man is, but I can already tell you he is ridiculously attractive just from the smell of his cologne. And I don't ever think I actually found him. It was just lingering. I never figured out who it was. But the point of this story is The way you smell directly influences how she perceives you, even women who don't have ridiculous noses like I do. And just in case you are wondering about what would be a good cologne, I'm gonna put a picture up here of my new favorite one. This is so good. I stood in the aisle smelling the test bottle, giggling like a schoolgirl. It's just so good. And the best part is it's a more clean option, which is better for you and it's going to be better for her. It helps lower risk of allergies coming between you and the potential love of your life. I do have a link to this one in my Amazon store, so I'll put a link to that Amazon store in the description below as well. The next subtle thing men do that women just love, this makes a stellar first impression, is when you treat others with kindness. You treat her with kindness and you treat everybody else with kindness. Nothing kills the mood quite like being a jerk. Yes, somebody's gonna say this in the comments, some women like jerks. Yes, there are some women who like jerks, but you might wanna ask yourself, what's wrong with her? Like, do you really wanna be around someone who has those kinds of issues? If a woman has any kind of maturity, she is looking for a real, authentic man. She's looking for a man who will be a good lifetime partner, her best friend, someone who will be an amazing husband and father, someone she will want to wake up next to for the rest of her life, who she'll want to face life with. And a kind man is definitely someone she could see herself doing that with. Another quick story to illustrate this. I kind of have a lot of stories today, which is fun. I haven't done that for a while. So if you want to hear more stories in the future, comment stories to let me know. But this was, I don't even remember how many years ago this was. This was quite a while ago. But I was at Chipotle. That wasn't quite a while ago. I was actually at Chipotle, just the other day. But this story took place several years ago. And I was in line ordering my Chipotle. And you know how you kind of move along the line. This is not sponsored, by the way. I don't know why we have to say that, but apparently we do. This is not sponsored. Although if you're Chipotle and you want to sponsor me, hey, let me know. So anyway, I'm in line and a whole group of guys come in. You could tell it was like work lunch. They were all coming in. And I was like, oh, notice that. And the one who was closest to me coming in and getting his food, I was like, oh, he's really attractive. His arms were just like giving me butterflies. And then he opened his mouth and I was like, you jerk. And he was just so unkind to the person who was helping him, just treating him like he was a complete idiot because of something that happened with the food. And I wanted to chew him out. I could tell. Yeah, Melannie has a little sass. I wanted to intervene, but I could tell that would make this particular situation more awkward, so I didn't. I just left. However, if that guy had instead been a real man enough to be kind, that story would have gone a little differently. So yes, make sure you treat her with kindness, but also make sure you treat others with kindness. And you know what? Just make that a habit in your day-to-day life. And then that's not really something you have to worry about because it's just a part of who you are, which it should be. Okay, the next subtle thing you can do to make a stellar first impression is to respectfully show interest in her. It is totally okay to do a little appropriate flirting. Of course, you don't want to go overboard, but showing interest is completely captivating to a woman. Her feminine heart is just craving your masculine energy. She wants to feel sheltered by you and protected by you and pursued by you. When you appropriately pursue a woman, you become very intriguing to her, which gives you time to capture her heart. Another great way to respectfully show interest is to listen to her and be interested in what it is she's saying. It doesn't all have to come down to flirting. Be actually interested in who she is as a person. We all want to feel appreciated, right? We all want to feel respected and loved. So let her know that you're listening to her. Don't be scrolling on your phone or looking around at everything else going on. Give her your attention. This is a huge part of pursuing her in a masculine way. And the next subtle thing you can do is just a little thing, but it's very powerful. And it's kind of like a bonus tip. I'll explain why in just a second. This thing to do is to use her name. It's been said that the sweetest sound in any language is the sound of our name. And this is particularly true when it's coming from an attractive someone. It's exciting, it's comforting, and attractive. So, as you're doing your small talk and you learn her name, just make sure to use it a couple of times. You don't have to go overboard, that will just make it awkward, but just slip it in there a couple of times. Now, the reason this is a bonus tip is, okay, full confession, I'm not proud of this at all, guys. Like, I'm really not. I sometimes really struggle remembering people's names. I can remember people's faces and I can remember things about them and I love talking to them, but it takes me a minute to remember names. And one trick to help you remember names is to say it multiple times when you meet them, because it's reinforcing in your brain, oh, this is their name. So it's a total win to use this, because one, it's going to make her feel better, feel important to you and connected to you, and two, it's going to help you remember her name. So a great place to put it in is when she tells you her name, repeat it back to her. Oh, I like that name, or that's a pretty name. And then when you're leaving, well, Nicole, it was so great to meet you. So just slip in her name a few times and it will help you rock that first impression. It's definitely going to help you stand out from the crowd. All right, let's recap what you just learned about how to make a stellar first impression. You ready? Number one is that you have a confident presence rather than being rushed and jittery. Number two, you look well put together. You put thought and intention into the way you look. Number three, you smile at her. Smiles instantly connect us. Number four, you have confident body language. Remember, 93% of a first impression is from nonverbal cues, like your body language, while only about 7% is what you say. You'll learn my 5-minute confidence boosting exercise in my free masterclass at coachmelannie.com/masterclass. Number five is being someone interesting to talk to, knowing how to carry on a good conversation. Number six, you smell really nice. You have a nice cologne. Number seven is you treat others with kindness, her and everybody else. Number eight, you respectfully show interest, part of that masculine pursuing. And number nine, you use her name. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend, and a huge shout out to everyone who's so generous with the super thanks. Thank you for supporting wholesome content. The world needs more of that, and sometimes it really feels like an uphill battle to try and get the internet to watch anything I make, because they kind of like the clickbaity trash. So thank you for supporting wholesome content. And if you'd like to continue to see content like this, consider using the super thanks. It really does help. So thank you. If you have a friend who would enjoy this video, please share it with him. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Okay, secret end of the video club. I've got one more story for you today. I've had lots of stories today. That's been kind of fun for me. Let me know if you've enjoyed it too. This is the third time I have filmed this video. We had a ton of problems with the camera. You may have noticed I didn't post a video last week. That's because I filmed this video twice last week and I didn't feel good. I don't even know what I had. It wasn't quite the flu, but it wasn't like so bad that you just can't move, but I just did not feel good. And so I filmed it twice anyway, you know, show must go on, right? And after it failed the second time, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing a video. So I went back to bed and now I feel better. So that's good. So anyway, this is my third time filming this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like it was worth the wait. And I also noticed something about our words at the end of the video. I feel like half the time they're food. And it probably has something to do with the fact that I usually film these right after lunch, so I'm still thinking about food. But our word for the end of the video today is avocado. Because I had an avocado with my nachos and it tasted great, so I thought we would do avocado. So thank you so much for being here, and never forget you're amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Plus, avocado is just fun to say. Have you ever noticed that? Avocado. Those are the best words, the ones that are fun to say. Avocado, you know, I don't know why, it's just fun to say. The other one I like to say is quinoa, except I like to say it the way it's spelled if you say it with a really thick Western American accent, and it's like quinoa. It's not quinoa, it's quinoa. And then everybody looks at you funny, and that makes it more fun. So anyway, I'm going to get off the camera now. Thank you for being here and for joining me. Okay, bye.